Greetings and welcome to episode 22 of Touchdown Online, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as find us on social media, Twitter, Touchdown Online, same as Facebook, where the group is Touchdown Online. But some starting off with the earliest kickoff on in the Premier League over the weekend. Manchester City drawing 1-1 against Wolves in a game that looked like Wolves matched City. Blow for blow, but then you realize Manchester City in that game hit the post 3 times, including in the final minute with Sergio Aguero.
Yeah, they did, and they were actually very unlucky not to win. They deserved to win because there was a penalty for David Silva that was wrongly not given, and then there was the goal that Wolves scored was a handball, a clear handball. So if VAR had been in the Premier League, maybe Pep Guardiola's would be much happier. And I don't know if it's going to be fine, because I learned over the weekend that there is a rule that managers are not allowed to speak to the referee until 30 minutes after the game. So if you attack them on the pitch, you're breaking some sort of rule. But that's what the Premier League needs. It needs City to drop a few points because they're just too good.
But you see, this is where VAR opponents confuse you, because the biggest opponents I know of VAR are actually EPL followers.
Yeah.
And when you watch that league, it's the one that needs VAR the most because of the officiating. Because we all know La Liga and Premier League, the football quality is up, including the footballers they have, but the officiating doesn't match it.
Doesn't match it.
Yeah. And you're like, okay.
Well, maybe because the pressure to officiate those big players is
there is incompetence just also. But Man City now 5th because of that draw.
And I mean, it is. If there had been a defeat, it would have been. But let's give credit to Wolves. Wolves really brought it.
Yeah, the first time they have played like the Wolves we expect.
Yeah, they really brought it, and they have a very good, decent team. Of course, with the Portuguese goalkeeper
Rui
Patricio, they have
Ruben Neves. They have more Portuguese players than Portugal.
Exactly. So they're decent outfit who will shock a few teams this season.
Okay, and Arsenal 3-1 over West Ham. And it looks like West Ham's problems are far from over.
And for me, it's purely midfield. That midfield is too weak. That is one area that needs to be addressed. But they deserve to lose on the day because they happen to just be worse than Arsenal. But does not mean that Arsenal were any better. Because like Ramsey rightly put it, they were too open, which has become the story. I do not know why Unai Emery thinks that Granit Xhaka needs to stay on that pitch, needs to start in that team, later on stay for it for 90 minutes, ahead of, what's his name?
The
Uruguayan. Torreira. And basically, there was a lot, the only outcomes as an Arsenal fan for me were, despite not scoring, Aubameyang, for the first time, I think in an Arsenal shirt, it's the first time I saw him going past players.
It wasn't his day of missing.
He was going to miss clearly, but he's still missing. But at least he was going past players, and that for me was a good. And I still do not understand why Lacazette and Aubameyang don't start together. Then Mustafi, as always, horrible defending, horrible player. Bellerin, despite having a very good offensive display,
he will score 3 goals. I mean, like he should have scored 4.
Bellerin, despite being very good offensively, people ignore the fact that we could have conceded 3 goals because of him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I tell you, if 2 of your defenders in your back 4 are bad, you stand no chance in a league like the Premier League.
Especially when the big games start coming up.
So I can't believe this, but I hope Koscielny comes back soon. And plays with Socrates.
I think Koscielny is still out till November. So
I'm telling you,
you still have months of suffering.
Yeah, but it was a much needed win for Unai Emery actually, because he put himself on a lot of pressure before the game.
Okay, and Liverpool beating Brighton by a goal to nil. Mohamed Salah scoring that. Although every time the commentator said Mohamed Salah, expect to hear some guy say free Bobby Wine, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
But Liverpool now top of the log, and Klopp's spending being justified from Van Dijk in January to Alisson. They are yet to concede a goal.
And one of the things that was, because remember, this is a Brighton team that came off beating Man U. So they were on the high.
Man U 5-1.
And that game was tight. Because if anything, Brighton missed out on 2 clear chances to equalize that on another day they would have put in the back of the net. So sometimes you want to judge Liverpool on their ability to win games where they're not playing very well.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. And,
a goal from Mohamed Salah in the 23rd minute, and you hold on to that.
Up here.
Probably.
So that was unknown in regard to Liverpool last season. But now they are. They're a strong outfit.
And Chelsea going to Newcastle and winning that by 2-1. That means in the Premier League, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, and Watford are the only teams on 100%.
Yeah, one of the worst games over the weekend. Extremely boring.
It was Benitez trying a bus.
It was like watching a State of Nation address. From who? Generally. So no, it was. But
I thought it was good. No, I thought it was good, said Donald Trump.
but the game came to life in the last 10 minutes, and Newcastle, of course, Benitez doing what Benitez does best, backing a tactical bus, not the Mourinho bus, but a tactical bus, and Newcastle fans not
it's tactical.
It's tactical. Don't want
the defending is not deliberate.
don't enjoy it.
It is designed, not these things of everyone go behind.
But Chelsea. I'm trying to Marco Alonso, one winning the penalty, which Hazard dispatched away, and then once again scoring a winner, which I don't know if it has been given to him because it went off a defender.
I think if it was direct in goal,
it was direct, and
that
was his argument. But it was another Hazard man of a match performance from him. And Chelsea, even if they're not playing to 100%, getting the necessary victories for themselves.